Hey guys, this is Bird from Inside Outline and welcome back to another Cricut video. In today's video, I will be showing you how to make these 3 different types of acrylic tumblers. So let's jump right in. So first, what I'm going to do is to show you how to create your designs. And so what I'm going to start with first is one that is my name. And I just type my name, Bird, and I'm going to change the font to Arial, and I will use Arial Black, and I actually want that to be uppercase. And so that will be one of the designs for one of my tumblers, and I want the width to be about 4 inches. And then I am going to just change the color to a light purple. I will be using holographic vinyl for this one. So I will make sure to attach this design and just move it out the way. Let's move on to my next one, which is the words Coach Brent. And right now I'm still using the monogram font, but I'm going to change it to a varsity font. Okay, so this is the font that I want for that. And I am going to ungroup it and just move this down a little bit. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is to select the word coach and group that, and then select the word Brent and group that as well. Select both and then click align and then center horizontally. And then I will attach this design. I do want to change the color. I think I'm going to use red for this. So change that color to red. And then I am going to look for some baseballs. So I will just click on images over on the left side and search for baseball. And then I will click the free underneath the filters. And I think that this is the design right here that I would like to use. So we'll add that to my canvas. And actually what I want to do is layer my baseballs. So I'm going to make a duplicate, just go over and click the button. And for this first one, actually, that's not what I'm going to do. So for this design, I am going to change it to white. And then I'm going to go over to my shapes and click on the circle. And I am going to make my circle just a little bit bigger than the baseball. And I'm going to change the color to red. And I'm going to right click and send this to the back. And basically select both of them and then click align, center horizontally, align, center vertically, okay? So I'm going to group this together, and my baseballs, I want them to be 1.5 inches, and I actually gonna make a couple of these. So I'll make a duplicate of that one, do another duplicate, and just make that one 1 inch. And make a duplicate of that as well. Okay, so that is my design for one of my tumblers. So this is my first tumbler, this is my second tumbler, and let's get back started on my third tumbler. We're going to try it again. So I'm just going to type RBR, change the font to monogram, and I did get this font from thefont.com. And let's see, let's try welding it first. Okay, now it looks like I can contour some things. So let's make a duplicate just in case I need it. So I'm going to click the contour button. Okay. Yes. And actually what I'm going to do, or what I should have done, is to get rid of this one because my initials are RBR, and I'll use this first R and the last R, so I really don't need this piece right here. So I'm going to add a square and slice off this piece right here. Okay, so I'll just select that and delete it. Okay, so now working with this, I will click the contour button and then just click on the pieces that I do not need. And this may take a couple times contouring just to see what the final design is looking like. So click on contour again. Actually, I don't want the background. I just want the letters. So let's see. I think that looks good. Okay. So I am going to make a duplicate. So go over and click duplicate. And then I am going to slice out the two R's and just leave my B. So, and obviously if I wanted to, I could just go back over, like create a duplicate and hide some things, but I'm just gonna do it this way. So I'm going to slice and there we go. So I'm gonna get rid of that. I guess I did need to make a duplicate. Okay, so this is what my monogram looks like. So I am going to attach this. And I want my monogram to be about 2.5 inches wide. I think that looks good. And I want it to be pink. So I will just come over, click Advanced, and click on a darker, deeper pink. Okay, I think that looks good. And then I'm going to click on the Shapes button and add some hearts. Now I want my hearts to be about 1 inch wide, and I want them to be pink and blue. So I will just make a couple duplicates of this. And I'm going to duplicate that, and I'm going to turn these blue. And then I'll click on that heart and make a duplicate. And I want that one to be slightly smaller. So I'll do about 0.7 and just make a couple duplicates of that as well. And then make 2 duplicates of this and turn them blue. Okay, so I think that and I can delete this back out too. So I think that I have everything that I need for my 3 designs for my tumblers. So what I'll do now is to basically cut out my design, and then I will show you all the materials I'll be using to create this project. So these are all the materials that I'll be using for this video. I do have my acrylic tumbler right here that I got from Michaels, and this tumbler is 18 fluid ounces, and it says that you can put it in the dishwasher on the top rack, but then over here, like around the edge, it says to hand wash, and then it also says that it is not microwave safe. But again, this is just a regular tumbler that I got from Michaels, and it is the Celebrate It brand, and I'll be sure to include a link down below in the description box. I have a variety of vinyl that I'll be using to show you how to make the different tumblers. I also have my transfer tape that I get from Expressions Vinyl, and this one is just about done, but I ordered a new one. This one right here is the clear transfer tape, and this one is the opaque transfer tape, and it is 6 inches by 100 feet. So this is what it looks like when it's brand new, and you can see how much I've used. And this transfer tapes last me a really long time. I've had this one for about a year or so, and there's still just a little bit more to be used on here, and so I'm assuming that this one will last me a pretty good while as well. So what I'm going to do now is to just put my vinyl onto my mat and cut out my designs. So all of my vinyl has been cut, and what I will do now is to just begin weeding out all of the designs. So all of my designs have been cut out and weeded, and for this one I did have a little bit of trouble, and that's because just because of how small the design is, and I actually did not weed it the correct way, but I still think that this looks good. So I will start to apply my first design, which will be just my name, Bird. And I do want to say that I have already used some alcohol to wipe down my tumbler. So I will get some of my transfer tape, lay it down, and then take my name and lay it on top of the sticky side of the transfer tape. Take my scraper and press down firmly. Okay, and then I will peel it off. Okay, so now we'll take my tumbler and just lay it flat and try to line my name up as evenly as possible. And then I will take my scraper and just press down firmly on my design. And then peel off the transfer tape. And this is what that looks like. So what I'm gonna do is to put a piece of paper on the inside of this tumbler just so that you can get a real feel for what this looks like. So now you can see that design a little bit better, and I'll just stick the top back on for you. So this is what that looks like. Okay, so now what I will do is to apply this next design to my tumbler. Okay, so I think that name looks really good. And next I'm going to apply my baseballs, and I'm going to do those one at a time. And as you may have noticed, I'm just using the same sheet of transfer tape, and that's what I recommend you do. I'll probably use this until I'm done making all of my tumblers, but that's one of the great things about transfer tape is that you can, reuse it as long as it's still sticky. So I'm going to layer this on top of my red layer. Alrighty, so this is our next tumbler, and it says Coach Brent, and I have a variety of or different size baseballs going around the tumbler. I think that this looks really good. So now I will be applying my last design to my tumbler, and it is just my monogram or my initials, and I have a variety of hearts. So I am using that same transfer tape that I used for the other two tumblers, and I'm just going to start applying my vinyl to my tumbler. So that is my monogram, and now I am going to just apply the hearts all over. Okay, so this is what the finished cup looks like, or finished tumbler looks like. And again, I'm going to put that white cardstock inside of here so you can see what it looks like. So this should give you a better look or better feel for what the tumbler looks like. And I think that this design is my favorite, and obviously this design is personal for me. So yeah, I hope that you all enjoyed this video on 3 different tumbler ideas. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below, and be sure to check out the description box for links to any of the materials that I use in this video. Thanks for watching.